Welcome to English Conversation Café. Learn English through natural conversations.
Okay, I need to tell you what I witnessed at the airport last week because I am still thinking about it. I am still recovering.
We haven't even introduced ourselves yet.
No, this cannot wait. So, I'm in the security line, right? Just standing there, minding my own business. And in front of me, there is a family.
Okay.
A mom, a dad, two young kids, maybe 3 and 5 years old. A stroller, 2 massive car seats, and I'm talking the big ones, the ones that are basically the size of a small sofa. And then, on top of all of that, carry-on bags. Multiple carry-on bags.
Oh, wow.
And I just looked at this family and I thought, oh no, no. Because you know what's coming, right? Everything has to be screened. The bags go through the scanner, the car seats are too big, so they get checked separately, the stroller too. Everything.
Everything.
So it begins. Dad starts pulling the car seats out of their bags, and these things do not come out easily. They are strapped in, they are buckled, they are committed to staying in that bag. And meanwhile, Mom is trying to get the kids' shoes off, except the 3-year-old has decided that now is the perfect moment to just lie down on the airport floor.
On the floor?
Completely flat on the floor, on his back. Just starfishing there while his dad is wrestling with a car seat and his mom is holding the baby and trying to find the tablet. Because yes, the tablet also has to come out of the bag and go in a separate tray.
Of course it does.
And I'm standing 2 meters behind them, completely stuck in line, absolutely unable to help. Just a witness, a helpless witness.
That sounds stressful just to watch.
There were 3 trays, Max. 3. One for the bags, one for shoes and jackets and belts, one for the tablet and snacks and everything else that came out of those bags. And then the car seats. Too big for the scanner, so a separate agent has to check those by hand on the side. And the stroller, also folded and taken away separately.
While managing a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old who is still on the floor.
Who has now been joined by the 5-year-old. Solidarity. Both of them flat on the airport floor.
No.
The look on those parents' faces. The look, Max. It was the look of 2 people who love their children very much, but are also deeply questioning every decision that led them to this moment.
I feel so bad for them, but also, I can completely picture this.
And then, after all of that, they get everything through. They rebuild the stroller, they restrap the car seats, they get the kids back on their feet, they collect every single bag, and they just walk away, calmly. Like nothing happened.
Because they've done it before.
Exactly. And honestly, huge respect. Traveling with young kids is a superpower. A genuine superpower.
Welcome to English Conversation Café, everyone. I'm Max.
And I'm Haley, and yes, those poor parents were completely real. I watched every single tray, and both car seats, and the stroller.
Today we are talking about English at the airport, and this is such a useful topic, honestly.
So useful, because airports are already stressful enough on their own, right? And then you add a new language on top of that?
Exactly. So by the end of this episode, you are going to know exactly what to say at every stage of the airport. Check-in, security, the gate, boarding, customs, all of it.
The words, the phrases, the questions you'll hear. Everything you need to feel calm and confident when you travel in English.
And at the end of the episode, we have our Cafe Rewind, where we go through all the key expressions one more time, nice and clear. So definitely stay for that.
And hey, if this kind of content is useful for you, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It really helps us reach more English learners just like you, and it means so much to us.
It really does. Okay. Let's get into it.
Okay, so airports. Max, you travel a lot. You must have a story.
I do have a story, actually. And it's one I don't love telling because it really should not have happened to me.
Oh, this is already good. Go on.
So I had a connecting flight. Do you know what that means? A connecting flight is when your journey has two separate flights. You land in one city, and then you get on a second plane to reach your final destination. Like flying from Paris to Tokyo, but stopping in Dubai first.
Right. Very common on long trips.
Very common. So I land at the connecting airport. I get off the first plane. I find my gate. A gate is the specific area in the airport where you board, that means get on, your plane. Every flight has a different gate number.
Gate 12, gate 45, that kind of thing.
Exactly. So I find my gate, I sit down, I'm calm, I'm organized, I had a coffee, I had a book.
Very max energy. Very composed.
Very composed. And then boarding starts. That means the airline calls passengers to get on the plane. I stand up, I join the queue, I get to the front, I hand the agent my boarding pass. That's the document, on your phone or on paper, that gives you permission to board your flight. She scans it, and she frowns.
The frown. What did she say?
She says, very politely, "Sir, your gate is B22. This is B12.
No.
Two gates apart. I had misread the screen. B12, B22. They look so similar when you glance quickly. I was at the wrong gate, Haley."
Max. Calm, organized, always prepared Max went to the wrong gate.
I did. And the worst part, B22 was in a completely different part of the terminal. The terminal is the main building of the airport, and I had maybe 12 minutes before boarding closed.
So what did you do?
I walked very quickly. Not running, I kept my dignity, but very quickly. Past all the gates, past all the shops, past a man eating a very large sandwich who watched me go by with great curiosity.
The sandwich man.
I made it. Just. I was the second to last person to board, and the gate agent looked at me and said, nothing. She just scanned my boarding pass in silence, which was somehow worse than if she had said something.
The silent scan. Devastating.
Devastating. And the lesson? Always check the departure board properly. Not a quick glance, a proper look. The board shows your flight number, your gate, your departure time. That's the time your flight leaves. And your status.
And the status you want to see is on time. The two most beautiful words in the airport.
Absolutely. And if you see delayed, delayed means the flight is running late. It will leave after the scheduled time. Don't panic. Go to the gate agent and ask for an update.
Airports are full of surprises. Good ones, bad ones, and silent scan ones.
Okay, so let's walk through the airport together, step by step. You arrive at the airport. What is the very first thing you do?
You check in. To check in means you go to the airline counter. That's the desk for your airline, like British Airways or United, and you confirm that you are on the flight. They check your passport and give you your boarding pass.
And these days, you can also check in online, on your phone, before you even get to the airport. So your boarding pass is already on your phone when you arrive.
Which is really convenient. Convenient means easy and practical. But sometimes the app doesn't work, and then you still have to go to the counter anyway.
Technology.
Technology. Okay, so at check-in, the agent will usually ask you a few questions. Max, what do they ask?
The most common one is, how many bags are you checking today? That means, how many suitcases are you putting in the cargo hold under the plane? Those are called checked bags.
And then there's your carry-on. Your carry-on is the smaller bag that you keep with you and bring onto the plane. It goes in the overhead bin. That's the little storage compartment above your seat on the plane.
So a very useful phrase. I have one checked bag and one carry-on. Simple, clear. They understand you immediately.
What about if your checked bag is too heavy? Because that has happened to me. I may have packed a few too many shoes.
A few.
Just a few. What do they say?
They'll say, I'm sorry, your bag is over the weight limit. Most airlines allow 23 kilograms for a checked bag. If you go over, you pay extra, sometimes a lot extra.
And the solution in that moment is standing at the check-in desk, opening your suitcase, pulling out your shoes, trying to fit them into your backpack while everyone watches you. Wonderful experience.
A classic. Okay, so after check-in, you drop your big bag and then you go through security. And we already know what that can look like.
3 trays, 2 car seats checked by hand, and 1 folded stroller. We remember.
At security, you'll hear a few standard phrases. You might hear, "Please remove your shoes," or "Do you have any liquids in your bag?" Liquids have to go in a small, clear plastic bag at most airports. Small bottles only.
And they always ask about your laptop, too. Please remove your laptop from your bag. It needs to go in its own tray.
If the scanner beeps, which can happen to absolutely anyone, the agent might say, "Sir, could you step to the side, please?" Don't panic. It is very normal.
Just stay calm. Take a breath. Do what they ask. A simple, "of course," or "sure, no problem," goes such a long way. Airport security agents deal with hundreds of travelers every day. They're not trying to make your life difficult.
Exactly. Being calm and polite in a stressful environment, that is actually a really underrated skill. Underrated means people don't appreciate it enough, but it makes such a difference.
And honestly, if you don't understand something they say, and the announcements at airports can be really hard to understand, they're often very fast and with a lot of background noise. Just say, "I'm sorry, could you repeat that?" Most people are very happy to help.
Okay, I want to try something fun. Are you ready for a role play?
Oh, yes, I love this. I was born ready.
I'm going to be the check-in agent. You are the traveler. And you are a slightly nervous traveler who isn't sure about all the words yet. Sound familiar?
Are you describing me at every airport ever? Because yes.
Just a little. Okay, ready? Here we go. Good morning. Next, please. Can I see your passport and booking confirmation?
Yes, of course. Here's my passport. And the booking confirmation, is that the email? The email they send you when you buy the ticket.
That's exactly right, yes. The booking confirmation is the email or document that shows your reservation. Perfect, thank you. Now, are you checking any bags today?
Yes. I have 1 big suitcase. And then this bag. This one I keep with me on the plane? The small one?
That's right, that's your carry-on. Great. Did you pack your bags yourself?
Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Everything.
And this is an important one. They always ask this. It's a security question. Just answer clearly and honestly. Yes, I packed everything myself.
Good to know. What else do they usually ask?
Has anyone given you anything to take on the flight? Any packages or items from someone else?
No, nothing like that.
Perfect. And are you traveling alone today?
Yes, just me.
Wonderful. Here is your boarding pass. You're in seat 22A. That's a window seat. Your gate is B14. Boarding begins at 2:15. Have a wonderful flight.
Thank you so much.
And scene. How was that?
That was actually really good. And not scary at all when you hear it like that. It's the same questions every time, basically.
That's the thing. Airport conversations follow a very clear pattern. Once you know the vocabulary, you know what's coming. It's not random.
And the key thing I want to say to learners watching this, it is completely okay if you don't understand something. You are allowed to ask. Say, "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?" Airport staff are used to travelers from all over the world. They are not going to judge you.
Nobody expects you to be perfect. They just want to help you get on your flight.
Exactly. And honestly, a smile and a thank you takes you very far. Very, very far.
Okay, you've survived check-in. You've survived security. You have your boarding pass. Now what?
Now you find your gate. And this is where you use the departure boards. These are the big screens all around the airport that show every flight. The flight number, the destination, the gate, and the status.
And as we said, you want that status to say on time. But sometimes it says delayed or go to gate, which means boarding hasn't started yet, but head to your gate now.
And sometimes, the worst, it says canceled, which is a whole other level of stress that we don't have time for today.
Another episode. So, if your flight is delayed and you want to know how long, you can go to the gate agent. That's the airline employee sitting at the desk at your gate. And you can say, "Excuse me, do you know how long the delay is?" Or, "Is there any update on the flight?"
Those are both really natural, polite ways to ask. And sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. Airports are mysterious places.
They are. Okay, your gate is right, your flight is on time, and they start boarding. They usually call passengers in groups. You'll hear something like, "We are now boarding Group 1," or "Business class passengers, please come forward."
And then, all remaining passengers. That's everyone else. That's usually us.
That's usually us. You hand your boarding pass to the agent. They scan it, and you walk down the jet bridge. That's the little corridor that connects the airport to the plane. And you're on.
And when you get on the plane, a flight attendant, the people who work on the plane and help passengers, will often greet you and tell you which direction to go. Your seat is toward the back, or you're on the left side.
And you find your seat. The rows are numbered. Row 1, row 2, and so on. And then the seats are letters. A, B, C, D. So you might be in seat 14C.
And there's the classic debate, window seat or aisle seat. The aisle seat is the one next to the walkway in the middle. And the window seat is, obviously, the one next to the window.
I'm an aisle person. I like being able to get up without disturbing anyone.
I'm window, always. I love looking outside, and I like having something to lean on.
And then there's the middle seat, which nobody wants.
Nobody. The middle seat is a punishment.
Once you sit down, you put your carry-on in the overhead bin. Remember, the compartment above your seat. And if it's full, a flight attendant might say, "I'm sorry, the bins are full. We'll have to check your bag." Which means it goes under the plane now.
A small tragedy, but it happens.
And then you land. You arrive at your destination. And now comes a part that makes a lot of people nervous: customs and immigration.
Customs is the official checkpoint when you enter a new country. Officers, official government workers, will check your passport and may ask you some questions. It sounds scary, but it's really quite straightforward. Straightforward means simple and clear, not complicated.
The most common questions are, what is the purpose of your visit? That means, why are you here? And you say, I'm here for tourism, or I'm visiting family, or I'm here for a conference.
Short and clear. They don't need a long story. Just direct and honest answers.
They might also ask, how long are you staying? And you say, 10 days, or 2 weeks. Simple. And, do you have anything to declare? That means, are you bringing in anything that needs to be reported, like a large amount of cash or certain food items?
And most of the time, you just say, no, nothing to declare, and you walk through. No problem at all.
After customs, you go to baggage claim to pick up your checked bag. Baggage claim is the area with the big conveyor belt, the moving belt that goes in a circle, and your bag comes out on it.
And you wait. And watch. And wait. And watch the same bags go around 5 times wondering if yours is coming.
And then it appears.
And then it appears, and everything is wonderful. You grab it, you walk out through the arrivals exit, and you are officially there. You made it.
You made it. That moment of walking out of an airport into a new city. I love that feeling.
Something about it just feels so good. All the stress, the beeping scanners, the departure boards, the wrong gates,
All of it just disappears.
until you can't find your taxi. But that, my friends, is another episode. Okay, we want to hear from you.
Yes, because airports are full of stories. Everyone has one. So here is our question for you today.
What is the most stressful or funny thing that has ever happened to you at an airport? Maybe you missed a flight. Maybe you went to the wrong gate. No judgment. Maybe you traveled with two small kids and a mountain of car seats.
Tell us in the comments below. We genuinely love reading your stories, and the airport ones are always incredible.
And if you've never had a stressful airport moment, first of all, who are you? And second of all, we are very jealous.
Very jealous. Drop your story in the comments. We want to know everything. Okay, it's time for the Cafe Rewind. This is where we go back through the key expressions from today's episode.
Nice and clear, one by one. These are the words and phrases that will actually help you at a real airport.
Expression number 1, to check in.
When you check in, you confirm your reservation at the airport and receive your boarding pass. You can check in online before you travel or at the counter when you arrive.
Example, I need to check in for my flight to Paris.
Expression number 2, boarding pass.
Your boarding pass is the document, on paper or on your phone, that gives you permission to get on the plane. It shows your name, your seat number, your gate, and your departure time.
Example, can I see your boarding pass, please?
Expression number 3, carry-on.
Your carry-on is the small bag you take onto the plane with you. It goes in the overhead bin above your seat. Most airlines allow one carry-on bag.
Example, I only have a carry-on, no checked bags.
Expression number 4, overhead bin.
The overhead bin is the storage compartment above your seat on the plane. When you sit down, you place your carry-on bag inside it.
Example, please place your bag in the overhead bin before you sit down.
Expression number 5, gate.
The gate is the specific area in the airport where you board your plane. Every flight has a different gate. Always, always check the screen for your gate number.
And make sure it's actually your gate.
Speaking from experience. Example, your gate is B14. Boarding begins at 2:15.
Expression number 6, delayed.
When a flight is delayed, it means the flight is running late. It will leave later than the original scheduled time.
Example, I'm sorry, your flight is delayed by 1 hour.
Expression number 7, connecting flight.
A connecting flight is when your journey involves 2 or more separate flights. You land in one city and then board a second plane to reach your final destination.
Example, I have a connecting flight in Amsterdam, then I fly to Tokyo.
Expression number 8, customs.
Customs is the official checkpoint you go through when you arrive in a new country. Government officers check your passport and may ask questions about your visit.
Example, after we land, we have to go through customs before we can leave the airport.
And that is your Cafe Rewind for today. 8 expressions. All real, all useful.
Say them out loud, write them down, and use them the next time you're at an airport.
Which, if you're a traveler, might be very soon. So you are very welcome.
And that is a wrap on episode 21 of English Conversation Café.
Airports. We covered everything. check-in, security, gates, boarding, the plane, customs, baggage claim, you are officially ready.
You now have the vocabulary, the phrases, and the confidence to navigate an airport in English.
And remember, if something goes wrong, if you miss an announcement, if you end up at the completely wrong gate on the other side of the terminal,
It happens to the best of us.
it happens to me. Just stay calm, be polite, ask for help. People are so much kinder than you expect, especially in airports. Everyone is going through the same stress together.
That is actually wonderful life advice, not just airport advice.
It really is. Okay, if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe to English Conversation Café. We put out new episodes every week, and every one is designed to help you speak more natural, confident, real English.
And if you haven't already, leave your airport story in the comments. We genuinely want to read every single one.
Especially the chaotic ones. Those are my absolute favorite.
Thank you so much for being here today. It means a lot to both of us, really.
We'll see you at the next one. And hey, safe travels, everyone.
Safe travels. See you soon.
Thank you for listening. We hope today's conversation helped you understand real English better. Subscribe and join us for the next episode.